the first definition, word formation process, also called morphological process, is meant by which new words are produced either by modification of existing words or by complete innovation, which in turn become a part of the language. About types of word formation process, and there is the types: inflection and derivation. Inflection produce grammatical variants of the same word, and derivation produce a new word on the basis of an existing word. And about inflection, modifies a word to express different grammatical categories such as tense, mood, voice, aspect, person, number, gender, and case. And derivation changes the word class, also called part of speech class, lexical class, and syntactic category. And inflection does not change the meaning of a word. For example, determine, determines, determining, determined. And derivation modifies the meaning of the root. For example, modern, modernize, to make modern. Okay, I will continue to explain the material. The first is compounding. Compounding, also called composition. By this process, two or more than two words are combined together to create a single word, having a single idea and function. In English, there are compound nouns, compound adjective, and compound verb. Jadi maksudnya itu di compounding ini adalah penggabungan, di mana disebut juga sebagai komposisi karena merupakan proses dua atau lebih dari dua kata yang digabungkan bersama untuk membentuk suatu kata yang memiliki sama fungsi, sama arti, dan sama ide. For example, life plus style, jadinya lifestyle, yaitu penggabungan antara kata-kata menjadi satu yang memiliki satu fungsi, satu ide, dan satu arti. Lalu ada juga mother-in-law, jika digabungkan artinya menjadi ibu mertua. Sebenarnya tidak ada aturan khusus untuk tanda hubung, namun umumnya beberapa kata benda majemuk baru dan asli diberi tanda hubung, tapi tanda hubung bisa saja diabaikan jika sudah dikenal. Namun ada beberapa kata sifat majemuk yang selalu diberi tanda hubung, contohnya cooperation atau kerjasama. Maka untuk memperjelas kata tersebut memakai tanda hubung, cooperation. The second is borrowing. There are two types of borrowing. The first is loan word. By this process, a word is borrowed from another language without translating it into the target language. Maksudnya itu adalah pinjaman kata yang merupakan proses sebuah kata dipinjam dari bahasa lain tanpa diterjemahkan ke dalam bahasa target. For example, the first tour de force is borrowed directly from French. Jadi kata tour de force itu dipinjam dari French, dari Prancis, yang berarti prestasi yang luar biasa atau brilian. The second type of borrowing is loan translation, also known as calque, a morphological process wherein a word or phrase from another language is borrowed by literally translating it into the target language. Jadi maksudnya itu juga disebut sebagai calque, proses morfologi, di mana sebuah kata atau frase dari bahasa lain dipinjam dengan menerjemahkannya secara harfiah ke dalam bahasa target. For example, the first point of view has been translated into English from the French first point of view. Jadi telah diterjemahkan ke dalam bahasa Inggris dari frase Prancis point of view. And next about coinage. Coinage, also called invention, is a morphological process by which new words are invented. Sometimes popular trademark names of various products are adopted by people so extensively that they ultimately become the everyday word of language. Jadi maksudnya disebut juga sebagai penemuan adalah proses morfologi di mana kata-kata baru ditemukan. Kadang-kadang nama merek dagang populer dari berbagai produk diadopsi oleh banyak orang sehingga menjadi bahasa sehari-hari atau kata-kata sehari-hari. For example, like heroin, aspirin, eskalator, Xerox, Heron, Nylon, Vaseline, and etc.
Well, and the next material will be presented by me, Arsyta Nurul Fadila, and the material first is blending. Blending is a morphological process which the part of two more of word combine together to form a new word. Usually, the parts of consist of the beginning of the word and the end of other words. Typically, the meaning of the blended words refers with the meaning of the original words. However, blending should not be confused with compounding, which combine two words without transcation of part, the roots, the blended word. The example of blending words is brunch, stand for breakfast and lunch, and the second example is spark, start from spawns and works, and the third is chillax, start from chills and relax. Well, and the second material is acronyms. Acronyms is this word are formed with the initial letter or each of the major part of a word or a longer phrase. With a few exceptions, acronyms are usually capitalized, and some linguists confuse acronym with initialism, which are also observation formed the similar manner of the former. In essence, there is a sharp difference between two. In language, an acronym is pronounced as a single word rather than just a sequence of the individual letters, which is the characteristic of the initialism and acronyms. The example of acronyms is United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization is UNESCO. And the second is like amplification by stimulate emotion of radiation stand of laser. And the last example is International Criminal Police Organization stand of Interpol. And the last material is reduplication. Reduplication is a word formation process in which a new word is created by preparing all or part of a root as stems, often with a change of the vowel or initial consonant. Reduplication isn't a major means of creating letters in English, but it is perhaps the most unusual one. Based on their usage, the technique of reduplication should be classified in the following manner. For the example is camps, it means that's little, and the reduplication is cam, it is an adverb, it means that little by little. And the next example is tons, it means that fast, ton, adverb is that means it's fast.
Well, that's all about our material, and thanks for watching, thanks for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.